In the wake of recent terror attacks in Paris and San Bernardino, critics have wondered whether moderate Muslims have done enough to condemn radical Islam. Dr. Bilal Rana is the president of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association, a group dedicated to battling Muslim radicalization and counseling at-risk youth. The picture you see was taken at an event in which Rana condemned the attacks in Paris, and just hours before he boarded a domestic flight after which he was detained by the FBI. This allegedly came after a passenger reported him as a potential terror threat. Dr. Bilal Rana joins me now. Doctor, great to have you with us tonight. The piece that you penned about your experience was very touching and asking us to imagine going through your process, being in your shoes when you're somebody who is openly, radically talking about ISIS and denouncing everything that they stand for, and yet you yourself know what it's like to feel the eyes of suspicion.
That's correct. Thank you for having me on, Shannon. It's embarrassing. It's hurtful, I must say. And I think it's an experience that every Muslim has felt at some point. It's something that we'll probably feel more of. If there's a message for Muslim Americans right now, is if you are profiled, it's very important for you to be patient, be very respectful of the authority. If you are teased in that situation, it's an opportunity for you to show other people what it means to be a good Muslim. In that situation, it's your chance to be the better American. Be fully compliant with authorities, and that's very important. I was picked out of a crowd by mistake. The irony in my story is that I've dedicated my life outside of work to fight radicalization. But I was mistaken as a radical on my flight by the lady that sat next to me.
And do you understand, rightly or wrongly, why people are fearful and they misunderstand and they're afraid and they feel pressure to report something that they feel is suspicious, even if it is someone like you who is out there speaking out against radical Islam?
I do. I understand that. And if I had a chance, and maybe this lady who sat next to me who turned me in to the FBI, if she's watching, I'd want her to know that I do get it. I understand Muslims are scared, Americans are scared, and even Muslims are scared of ISIS. But at the end of the day, we're still your neighbor. I am the neighbor, the Muslim next door. We are your shopkeepers. We are your doctors. We are the same people that we have been in this country for over 100 years. And I want you to feel like you can have a conversation with me.
Yes,
just talk to me rather than talking with the cockpit. And maybe you'll discover that the person that you mistook as a radical is actually somebody who can really be a warm friend.
Doctor, we thank you very much, and thank you for speaking out.
And thank you very much for having me on, Shannon.